A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant hole. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pin. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the... A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the water lock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the water lock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again...
The words, Daredevil Driver, sound...
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a water lock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. It's supposed to operate the water lock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want... It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. You want to do the honors when the time comes? Suit yourself. Just drop by on Wednesday if you want to see the water lock.
The coast part of the map is inaccessible until the third day.
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed-out ruins. Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rag. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Yes, buy something nice. A figurine. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider. The headless phone rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revershol's 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
a long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed.
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colour.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionaries. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Maybe. I think their poverty... I don't like either set very much, to be honest.
This set of...
I think their poverty has been exaggerated. I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But...
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Yes, officer. As you say...
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
The light has been removed and rewired. That's 2 transformations. But what about the third?
The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field.
Okay, that checks out.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my... What can I do for...
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may... I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery.
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh, God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. Truth be told, she was...
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, And now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind. My apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do...
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kid...
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be cut. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have... A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left, an embodiment of pure motion. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters. Probably 20...
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. Yes, pétanque. You ruined our pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it?
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs.
Yes. Why did you come here? It's unlikely they know. You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. In Martinez, the union is the law, so can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks, don't you? Really, officer. Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley. Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do... Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. No. It was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't, though. And we lacked
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their...
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but... the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are...
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol...
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding that.
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had... Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he does...
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. when we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume Le Lion, and...
Don't you mean Frissel the...
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a... Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the...
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my...
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
I'm not even anyone...
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of union prick, he can't even...
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard. Evrard Claire. Everyone in Martinez knows the Claire brothers. I told these boys you...
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had...
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone.
Let's try not to get caught in a cross...
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older Debarder. Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps...
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written and I happen... Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About my...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer. Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with...
He just fluffs it.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight.
I prefer highly adaptable myself. Have a better ring to...
Oh, mon Dieu.
I don't even consider... I believe everyone has the right to think and do what...
Oh, mon Dieu.
I don't even... Just easier that way. Besides, life isn't as black...
Oh, mon Dieu.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time. I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
The only one you have.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principle. This right here is political.
What? What oppressors?
I am not going to listen to this
Huh? Yes, officer. I really don't understand how my sandwich could... I would rather just have this one of it.
Tell this lost comrade what the people's sandwich would be like. Distill the essence of the working man in a sandwich.
That sounds horrible. You really don't know your way around the kitchen, officer. Food and politics don't mix.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side. With N, that's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on... You know this to be the Star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo. The central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star. The church looks old and weather-worn. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Probably some kids.